With the success of Off the Grid's launch, is the gaming sector about to catapult into GUNZ City as the crypto markets continue to heat up leading into the next US election? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. Today I want to talk about where I am focusing my attention as I try to identify the next money-making opportunities. Of course, I am not a financial advisor. This is all just my opinion. If you appreciate this content, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's dive right in. So Off the Grid performing incredibly well with their launch, getting so much attention and really setting the stage for the gaming sector, which for a long time was looking quite bleak, and many were starting to believe that Web3 gaming was indeed not inevitable. Now, while Off the Grid has many feeling FOMO, with the number one question I am being asked after my tutorial being, how do I get my hands on those nodes? For which I will have a full video covering the nodes in the next few days, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Money really has not yet started to trickle down into the gaming sector, at least not into individual games. I know we're seeing some infrastructure gaming tokens perform really well, like Xborg, which is up 200% on the weekly and close to 300% on the monthly, as well as Super, which is up 54% on the monthly, but we still haven't seen individual games go parabolic. I'm talking the Carrots, I'm talking the Pirate Nation, I'm talking Prime. And with Bitcoin rallying as we speak, approaching $68,000 once again, and many meme coins and AI tokens outperforming the rest of the market, I was really expecting to see tokens like Prime, which hits both the gaming and AI narrative, be in double-digit territory by now. And I think the main reason for this is the lack of a liquidity event. So although the launch of Off the Grid is doing really well with millions of transactions and wallets created, we haven't seen their token launch yet, which is going to add a ton of liquidity into the market. It's going to cause a bunch of people to feel FOMO, since a majority of people I know did not get that token deal. They didn't even get the nodes, and they're going to start to chase gains. They're going to look at what tokens, what gaming coins, individual games are they bullish on that they feel are undervalued, and they're going to pump money into those coins. So I'm continuing to load up my bag with tokens like Prime, which I just purchased more of it this week, as like I said, it hits both the gaming and the AI narrative, and I personally feel this is minimum a $50 token. And if we look at the sectors that are outperforming in the last month, you will see memes are at the top, and my biggest altcoin holdings aside from the majors are in memes. But over the last month, we have AI tokens in a close second, with L1s starting to catch up over the last week and a half, as tokens like AVAX, Aptos, Sui are also starting to pump as people are speculating on these chains. Now, this isn't to say the market can't go down from here. I do think if we had a downturn and we swept some of the leverage traders out, that is healthy for the market. And with less than 3 weeks to go for the next US elections, I am expecting a ton of volatility, both up and down in the market. But no matter who wins, even though one candidate is clearly more bullish on crypto, he's launched his own NFTs, he just did a raise for his own token, and I assume most people who are watching my channel are in crypto, so they're probably leaning more towards Trump. And as you can see here on Polymarket, even though this is just a betting market, it doesn't guarantee who's going to win. You could see he now has a massive lead over Kamala, where just over 1 month ago she actually had taken back the lead. I believe this was during the debate when things didn't go so well for him. But regardless of who wins, I do not believe it matters for the long term of this technology, which is exactly what Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, the biggest asset manager in the world with over 9 trillion in assets under management. They also helped push forward the Bitcoin ETF. This is exactly what he just said on their last earnings call, which is really what caused the recent spike in the price of Bitcoin. As he said, he puts it in a category of its own next to gold. And he said the adoption and utilization of digital assets is happening on a global scale, which makes me so excited to be both involved and invested in this industry. Now, once we do see the GUNZ token go live and we get that liquidity event, I do see a few things happening. Now, this is very dependent dependent on the GUNZ token doing well, which I believe it will. With everything we're seeing, I do not see how they don't lock down Binance and they don't launch at a multi-billion-dollar fully diluted market cap. As for their nodes, it's very hard to predict if those are going to be good for investors, meaning they're going to get their initials and start making pure profit in a low time frame, because we have no idea how successful the game is actually going to be. These are very unique nodes compared to all the other nodes. I've been very critical of nodes being basically token pre-sales where the team is offloading 20-30% of their tokens at ridiculous prices to our community. However, the Gunzilla nodes are very dependent on the success of the games in terms of how many players they have over a lifetime. If the game dies and people are no longer extracting hexes and decoding them, you're not going to be making any money off of your nodes. But let's just assume for a second the token launch is successful, the nodes are making them a ton of money, and they have millions of players playing off the grid. I think we're going to start to see some of these gaming tokens that a lot of us is probably invested in actually launch or come to market. I also think we're going to see a bunch of projects try to do node sales and raise millions of dollars, which in my opinion is a bad thing, because whenever we have a trend, whenever somebody's posting that they made $1 million on the timeline, everybody else is chasing. We saw this with Portal when they launched and they did a 55x for investors. Everybody was FOMOing investment rounds. When Zynodes launched, they cooked. Everybody was FOMOing nodes. And both of those things have turned out pretty bad because a lot of nodes have performed incredibly horribly with overvalued rounds, and a lot of tokens have not even launched yet. So it's been quite a disaster caused purely by FOMO from two individual launches. Now, the other thing that is a disaster are these NFT launches, especially in the gaming sector. At the start of the year, the thing that was doing the best in the NFT world was gaming NFTs. And for most of 2024, I've been bullish on gaming NFT whitelists. But recently, it does seem that most people's appetites have significantly diminished. And I feel this has a lot to do with the project's lack of ability to launch their token, because most of these gaming NFTs are promising you a token airdrop by simply holding their NFT, even if it's a free mint. But like we've seen, marketplaces don't want to list these tokens, at least in the current market conditions. So a lot of these projects are at the whims of both the market and these exchanges. And I think the other side of that is a lot of people like myself have purchased a ton of these NFTs, like Super Champs, like Infinigods, like Goat Gaming, which I'm still holding all of my NFTs. I have double digits in both. I'm still up on both, and I'm still expecting good airdrops from them. We have Goat Gaming here who just announced the allocation for their NFT. It's going to be 5% plus a bonus for your loyalty score, as well as a rarity bonus. And the main reason these performed well was because of the promise of their token airdrop. But with the current state of the market and people being a little bit fed up of waiting for this, it's really frustrating buyers, and they're not willing to take a risk on a brand new project. So we're seeing a lot of new NFTs have less buy pressure and really struggle to reach decent prices to make it worth the effort to grind for that whitelist. Some people are having to grind for months to get some of these whitelists, and then they finally launch and it's like $130 of profits. We had Jungle, which has been down only since they launched. This week we just had Hello Monster, which was a 1K supply free mint, so you're in profit if you have it. It went as high as 0.13 and now it's down to 0.03, which is around $80. It just doesn't feel worth it. We also had Today the Game mint yesterday, and this one I was expecting to be between 0.1 and 0.2. It did hit 0.11, but it is currently sitting at the time of me filming this at 0.06. Now, that's not to say you can't get lucky with some of these NFTs. I did notice this gold trait mythical seed here sold for 1.68 ETH. So GG to that person. I have one person at minimum, maybe there's more, in my community, Gorilla Labs, who did hit a gold seed from the Gorilla Labs whitelist he got for this. So shout out to DJ on your win, as there are only 30 of these. And don't get me wrong, I'm bullish on this project. I still hold my ancient seed. It is staked. I have 2 mythical seeds. I'm going to stake them. Comparing being in the NFT trenches to the meme coin trenches, it just, even though there's a lot more risk in meme coins, we're not seeing seeing these zero to hero stories in NFTs like we saw in 2021. We are seeing them in meme coins. And even the NFT projects that have been outperforming the rest of the market over the last few weeks due to Murad have been the meme projects. We have Mog Auras, which I had never heard of before. These went from sub 0.1 all the way to roughly 0.7. But as you can see, they're still up over 100% over the week. We have Sproto Gremlins. These went from 1 ETH all the way to 4 ETH. Of course, Milady's, the classic, being up over 40%. Same thing for Schizo Posters. Project Aeon, which this one too I wasn't familiar with. This was sub 0.2. It ran all the way to 2.5 ETH, again, thanks to Murad. And Retardio Cousins, these for the longest time were at roughly 12 SOL, and they ran to almost 40 before correcting. So I'm really just keeping an eye out now in the NFT sector for meme related NFTs. Now, this one did catch my attention. It is trying to be the NFT for Mumu the Bull, the meme coin that's at like 100 or 150 mil market cap last I checked. This is not officially related, or it's not by the team. I spoke to the Mumu the Bull team and they told me this is not their NFT. Not saying it can't do well still, as most people are just going to assume it is their NFT. As you can see here, they're trying to make it seem like it's actually related by following them. Perhaps it's somebody in the community. Maybe their intentions are good here. I don't know. I haven't spoken to them. But if Mumu the Bull actually did do an NFT, I feel it would perform really well, especially in the current climate where meme coins are king. So I've said it probably 50 times over my last few videos, but meme coins are the NFTs of this cycle. If you want to make that life-changing money, you should be focused, in my opinion, on meme coins. And there's plenty of opportunities. You don't just have to play the trenches. You could do conviction plays, you could play fully established meme coins, or what you can do is look to new chains and try to catch the first meme coins on there, or the first dog or cat coin, whatever it is. When Barachain comes out, when Monad comes out, I'm going to be hunting the first memes on those chains because those are going to rip hard. We saw that with Circle, which is the first meme coin, or at least the first one to get support on that chain, on Shape, which is an artist-backed chain. So all the artists were pushing this token, and it ran as high as 22 million before correcting down to close to 1 million market cap. And last night it ran back up to 22 million, currently sitting at about 15. So with these new chains, there is plenty of opportunities, and there's always the opportunity when the chain itself tries to back the token. We saw this with AVAX, with Kakinu. We saw it with Linea, with the Foxy token. And the next one that I'm keeping an eye on is Metis. Now, Metis is a token I purchased a few weeks ago. It is performing incredibly well, up close to 40% on the monthly, and I still believe it has plenty of room to grow, especially once it breaks through the $50 to $53 range. I feel that $80 is the next target, so I'm going to continue to hold my Metis, but this is another L2. So I'm looking here, is there any meme coin opportunity that I could capitalize on? And one that I did find is Medusa. As you can see, the Metis account just followed this meme coin page, so hopefully they get some support. Up here they have Metis X Medusa, and this one has not launched yet, so there still is an opportunity to make money here. So I'm going to be on the lookout for this one and try to capitalize on it. Now, I'm also hearing about a lot of volume going on Aptos, and some people switching from Sui, bringing their money over to Aptos to try to capitalize on some tokens there. Personally, I have not taken my money out of Sui just yet. I have been waiting for Hop to launch their version of Pump Fun, which was supposed to come out on October 12th. They have delayed it to October 20th, but I definitely feel that there is a cook coming up on Sui. I don't know what it is yet. Okay, I'm not in the cabal, unfortunately. However, I'm going to be on the hunt looking for that next meme. And I just made a tutorial on how to buy meme coins on Sui. I'll put that in the description down below, as well as my link for the Shuriken bot, as that's the bot I use for trading meme coins on Sui. But I fully intend to spend every single day either researching the market in the trenches or creating content for you guys. So if you like that, be sure to hit the like button. It helps my channel grow tremendously. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.
oh, 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 oh.